Okay, so here's the scoop. I walk in here to buy like one thing. Next thing you know, I run into some fans. He sells me on this he's like, it's on sale. And I'm like, dadgummit. Clearly went away. $500 later, we're heading back. I gotta give a shout out to one of my subs. And I know many of you guys mentioned this, but one person in particular was very articulate on the way they said it. So we're getting algae bloom in the pond. Okay, yeah, cool. So I built the shade over it. As soon as you build the shade over it, within one day, the algae dies out and water turns clear. But then again, we're not fixing the problem. The algae is blooming due to warm water and elevated nitrate. And nitrate is like the end of the cycle. So that you have the fish eat other fish, they excrete waste. The waste is turned into whatever, blah, blah, blah. And the end result is nitrate. There's no way to get rid of the nitrate unless you pull out water and add new water, or you get something to eat the nitrate. And he said, plants eat nitrates. It has not rained significantly in about 2 months. So we're on our way to the ranch, and guess what happens? We've got a monsoon coming. Yeah, that's us. Beautiful. Hey, can't complain, y'all. Can't complain. We need the rain. We need the rain. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, the rain has stopped. We're in a little gap right now. Sorry about the bumps. We're going down a bumpy road. Literally, this road has been a dust bowl for the last 2 months. But because we're trying to do a pond video, we got a monsoon rain, which I can't be upset about that. I cannot be upset about that. So we're gonna get out here. I'm gonna throw on some rain gear, and we're just gonna make it happen. We're just gonna make it happen. That's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna try to get it all out at once. I can feel I'm cutting roots. Come on out of there. Well, look at that. You're going home, baby. That ain't too bad. I'm happy with that. I might have a second career in horticulture. Probably not, but possibility. All right, you guys, so sorry about it. It's raining. Luckily, I got rain gear. And what we're doing is I manufactured something. We're gonna hang these on from the outside of the pool in with these little makeshift hangers. And that's called a broadleaf marsh. The flowers with the purple tops we call flags. Here in South Florida we call flags. And then the real pointy grass, we call that bulrush. So I'm gonna put rocks in the bottom here, then put the plant on top, hang it on the inside, and we're gonna let the plant start filtering the water for us. We're making a homeostasis ecosystem in the backyard pond. Look at that. That came right up out of there. Floating earth. Look at that. That's all just debris, plant matter, debris. Stick it in there, like that. Now, that will start to filter all of our water. Anytime you're at an area like this, and you see these big shells, that is an apple snail. Big old apple snail. And typically you'll see a hole in them like that, right there. What happens is, there's a bird here called a limpkin. Old Florida Crackers referring to them as a marsh hen. They have a beautiful shrill, they have a beautiful voice, and that's the only thing they feed on, are apple snails. Now for years, marsh hens or limpkins nearly went extinct here in Florida because the apple snails almost went extinct. But those snails right there are actually, that snail right there is actually from the South America. It's an invasive snail, but it eats just like an apple snail to the limpkin. So as these have grown, it's given the limpkin something to feed on. Now I bet you we have 50 of them that live out here full time, and you always know where they hunt because they'll always have a pile of snails on the ground. Always got to be careful for alligators right here too. This is prime habitat for gator to ambush you. Look how pretty this one is, y'all. Look at that. That's pretty. Okay, let's load them up and go to the house. All right, y'all, so it looks like we had a tornado come through our house. There's just debris and trash everywhere back here. But Johnny said he needed an umbrella. I got him an umbrella. Come on. Hey, you got you a nice umbrella. There's our pot, and I want it. It's not gonna happen instantly, but what we've got here is now this plant is submerged in the water, and as it starts to take root, those roots will start to gather in and absorb the nitrates out of the water. We've got lily pads going there that my turtle destroyed, but the turtle is no longer with, he's not here anymore. So we're gonna get some more plants, hang them around here, then we're gonna make a bedding area. That's little pebbles. These are the lilies that we got while we were out of the rain. Trying to just get them all out nice like that. Oh yeah. That looks good. One right here. I want to just take all this mud. That mud's got a lot of plant life, goodness in it. The lilies should have plenty to feed on. These pebbles. There you go. Can anyone figure out what I'm trying to make here? Love potion, y'all. What we've got is, I'm creating an area where Thump or one of my other bass can come in and make a bed. We want the lily pads to come up. As these lily pads get into deeper water, they should grow up to the surface and create shade. We'll put the other lily pads around it, and this will be a perfect area for the bass, or even the tilapia, or the crappie, or the bluegill, or something to go in and call this place home. I want to create a whole ecosystem in my backyard where we can watch it happen, and it cleans itself and it feeds itself, and they can repopulate. Now, maybe that's a pipe dream, but that's what I'm shooting for. They say shoot for the stars, and if you miss, you'll hit the moon. Our love shack weighs about 400 pounds. Okay. You guys, you got to realize there's a very good chance we're going to break something here, but come on. Okay, now let it down as far into the water as you can, and let it go to the bottom. Okay. Not sure how, but we broke that lily off. All these lily pads should rise up. We're gonna put plant life all around the outside, and we should have enough plant life that it starts to diminish the nitrate that's in the water. It should be like fertilizer. All this stuff should just be like, I'm happy. Only time will tell. We'll see you in the morning, you guys.
What are you doing in there, Missy?
Come on. Let me get this. Uh-oh, they're open and they got live bait. Say, we need a dozen live shiners, huh? All right, you guys, so the pond is in full effect. We were up late last night decorating it with all the plants, and we made the bed, and now we need some bait to feed the bass. I just saw Thump, he's out cruising around. All the bass are hungry, and we're here at Jupiter Bait and Tackle in Jupiter on Center Street. This is where I come buy all my shiners. So if you're going bass fishing in and around Jupiter, this place has been here forever, and this is like my little freshwater hangout. Get everything you need here. You can even get night crawlers here.
Are you having so much fun? Are you having so much fun? Yeah. What? We can't stay here all day.
You have a wonderful day.
Thank you, you too. Bye, beautiful.
Say bye-bye.
Look at this. Look at that. Everything is coming to life now, y'all. Woo! The first thing on the Price is Right today is a big old lizard. Now let's see what the heck is going on. Oh, he's biting me on the leg. Ooh. Next up. Ooh. These bass don't play, that's all I can say. Look how pretty the pond is. Okay, you guys, Operation Backyard starts right now. Engage, cool music. Alright everybody, I hope you enjoyed today's video. The pond is really coming to life. Now granted, it's not super clean right now, but I believe these plants are gonna really help out. And it's time to give some shout outs. Interweb Jedi. your video or your comment really inspired me to go out and get plants. You were talking about the Krebs cycle, and yeah, if there's sunlight and the algae blooms and it takes all the oxygen, the fish die. But the reason that the algae is blooming is because there's so much nutrients in the water. Well, you need something to take it out, and you were talking about putting in more plant life. You got me thinking, here's the plant life, and then boosted 98 GSX, awesome comments, reef habitat, duckweed. If this does not start to help, I will put in some hyacinth and some duckweed. If it takes over, we'll simply take a pool net, take it out. That adds food, protein, and it also creates shade and reduces the nitrogen and nitrates in the water. Ben Cunningham, you talked about putting in lava rock, which would promote healthy bacteria. Steve Smith, not sure what you mentioned, but I loved your comment. And VizWiz100, putting sand on the bottom so that the fish have something healthy to rub on. The concrete block will certainly do that, but we're gonna put in a big sand pit as well, giving them something to dig in and roll in. The pond is not something that I plan on just feeding fish. Oh, here they are, they're starving to death, let me feed them. I want the pond to be a healthy ecosystem so me and the girls can come out, have a good time, feed the fish, and I love to stimulate my mind. I like to learn, and this is a great way for me to entertain or to interact with you guys so that I learn from y'all. Now, I promised you one video per week on the pond, and that's exactly what you're gonna get. Tomorrow, first thing in the morning, me and John Boy, we're going fishing or hunting or something tomorrow because I'm ready to do a big old catch, clean, and cook. But for now, everybody, we go.